So hi guys, welcome again to another video. And for this video, I'll be discussing the summaries in chapter 4, which is network access. So let's start. So here we have the types of connections. We have the Ethernet switch, internet connection, and embedded wireless antenna. So for that, you will see that on a router. So for the Ethernet switch, there is a 4 cable, and for the internet connection we have 1 cable, and there is a embedded wireless antenna, but some of the router has their antenna like what we are using. There is a antenna, so if we use to connect the computer Ethernet, we must put the RJ45 to the PC or laptop that has a internet or the LAN. So for the next one, we have the functions. We have the physical components and encoding and signaling. So for the physical components, that is the electronic hardware, devices, media, and other connectors that transmit and carry the signals to represent the bits. And the various port and interface on a Cisco 1941 router is an example of physical components with specific connectors and pinouts resulting from the standards. So for the next one, we have the encoding, or what we call the line encoding. So this method is converting a stream of data bits into predefined codes. So the codes are groupings of bits used to provide predictable pattern that can recognize both sender and the receiver. In other words, encoding is a method used to represent digital information, similar how to Morse code encodes a message using a series of dots and dashes. And for the signaling, we have the physical layer must generate the electrical, optical, or wireless signals that represents the 1 and zeros on the media. So for the next one, we have the copper media. So for this copper media, we have the unshielded twisted pair, or what we call the UTP, the shielded twisted pair, and the coshal. So for the unshielded twisted pair, it is a most common networking media UTP cabling, and it is terminated with RJ45 connectors, and is used for interconnecting networks hosts with intermediate networking devices like switch and router. So for the next one, we have the shielded twisted pair, or STP. So it provides better noise protection than UTP cabling. However, compared to the UTP cable, the STP cable is significantly more expensive and hard to or difficult to install. Like UTP cable, it is the STP also uses RJ45. So for the next one, we have the coaxial cable. So coaxial cable, or coach for short, it gets the name where the fact that there are two conductors that shares the same axis. So it consists of copper conductor used to transmit electronics signals, layer of flexible plastic insulation surrounding a copper conductor, and insulating material is surrounded by woven copper braid or metallic foil that acts as the second wire in the circuit as shielded for inner conductor, and the entire cable is covered with jacket to prevent minor physical damage. So for the next one, we have common physical one topographies. So we have here the hub and spoke, point to point, and the mesh. So for the point to point, that is the simplest topography that consists of two endpoints. This is very popular in one topography. So the next one is the hub and spoke. This is centralized. The central site interconnects branch using point-to-point links. So it consists of, there is a in the middle, and it connected with different point links. So for the mesh, that is the high availability, but requires that every end system interconnected on every other system. The administrative physical cost can be significant, and each link is essentially two-point link on the other node. So for the next one, we have the physical LAN topographies. So we have the star, the extended star, and the bus and ring. So for the star topography, this is all devices are connected with a single hub through a cable. So the hub is the central node, and the other nodes are connected to the central node. So just for example, the hub and the hub, or for example, four systems connected to single point of connection. So hub can be passive in nature, not intelligent hub, such as broadcasting devices. At the same time, the hub can be intelligent, as known as the active hubs. So hubs have repeaters in them. So for the next one, we have the extended star is just also like from the star topography, but it doubles the star. So but the two star topography connected with each other, so that it's called the extended star topography. So now we have the bus topography, and it is a network type which every computer and network devices is connected to a single cable, and it transmits data from one end to another single direction. No bidirectional feature in bus topography. So for the next one, we have the ring topography, and it forms a ring connecting a device with exactly two neighboring devices. So let's proceed to the next one. We have the frame fields. So for the frame fields, we have the header, the packet data, the trailer, and the part of the header is frame start, addressing, type, and controls. And for the trailer, we have error detection and the frame stop. So for the frame start, it is the beginning and the end limits of the frame. So for the addressing, and it indicates the source and the destination node in the media. So for the next one, the type identifies the layer 3 protocol in the data field. So for the control, It identifies the special flow service such as quality of service, and the QoS is used to forwarding priority to a certain type of messages. So for the next one, we have the data. Contains the frame payload. For example, the data, segment header, and the packet header. So for the last one, we have the error detection. So it is used for error detection and are included after the data from a trailer. So for the next one, we have the frame stop. Just like the frame start, the frame start is the beginning, and the frame stop is the ending, or the last one. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you again on the next video.